Here we are with Ziggy the Lego champion and all of this Lego which we've got to sort out, which we started last night, didn't we? That's all he ever says. So I started this last night thinking that some of this would be complete. This is the only one that I've had complete, so the rest of it has bits missing. And some of it is very dirty, so I'm not all that impressed about how dirty it is. And there's something missing as well, which I've just noticed having a quick look through. Because this one that I've got here, which has got loads of pieces missing, but it's not an issue. I just noticed that, and I remember that this goes with the TV camera car, which isn't there. So I don't know what, I have paid £100 for this and like postage on top of it. So I am a bit irritated if all the stuff isn't here. Nevertheless, it's still profit for me. And because it's so mixed up and it's so chaotic and it's so disorganized, I'm going to be, maybe I'll find it. Maybe it will be here. I'm just trying to not get myself in a tiz with this. I didn't really want to have to be doing a cleaning situation. Because most of it was boxed and sorted, I didn't want to do that. So I've got my cloth, I've got a damp cloth, I've got my spray. The one thing that I didn't show in my video that I did yesterday was that the carrier bag, which I was seemed to be more excited about, actually had this in it, which is like a £30 to £40 set. It doesn't have the base plate, but I've got the base plate. And yes, the carrier bag. So I looked up the carrier bag. People do sell these, admittedly only for around like £5, but there's lots of these drama companies which do use these things. Drama companies. There's not drama companies anymore. It's like TV companies, because there's so many there's so many streaming channels that we have to just keep dirging out the content. So I thought maybe Club Card hadn't been launched back in 1996. Apparently it was launched in 1995 according to a search. So this would be a carrier bag from 1996, hence the date on there. I just thought, oh, maybe that's just something they've put on there. But no, so that I will sell. It's got a little hole in it, but never mind. Money for nothing. Right, so I'm going to lay into this and see what the hell I can do and what I can start pulling out. Obviously, I was at the point where yesterday I thought I could. I've got the instructions for this. I'm actually sat on them because they're under the carpet so that my hefty weight straightens them out. There was just like little accessories that were missing, and my washing was all piled up. So, and stupid things like studs. So I've got all my studs which are in there, single studs. And then this tin here, which I won't be able to open unless I brace it against my knees. Come on. This is it's quite laid out tidy in here. I say that. It doesn't look tidy, but it is tidy. I don't want to rearrange it all. So I've got various accessories in there which I can start pulling in. This geezer, this one's missing the geezer, the minifigure, but I've got all these minifigures. So I'm just going to start doing what I can do and get the stuff out of the way so I can really start looking into what exactly is missing. So that's the goal for today. I have a few things ready to go. I have a lot of random stuff. And a few things it's, a few things which I don't seem to have instructions for. Like, this one didn't have instructions with it. So I'm hoping that I discover them as I'm going through, but I need to just quickly get my photos done because I just don't know what the light is going to be like, and because the clocks have only just gone back, my understanding of when sunset is and when light is going to start fading is so askew. So This is like a backhoe loader. Screaming Patriot. Galaxy Trekker. Some of these will be really easy because I know that I've got the template ready for that. I've just recently sold one of them. £10 or something like that. So it's like I say, most of these I'll be able to get 20 for. Sort of cabriolet. This guy here, so I've had to replace one part on that because there's something wrong with the hinge. Oh, and I've had to fish out a whole load of bits because a lot of the like studs and the rest of it weren't there. Same with this one, is that this didn't have the flagpoles and it didn't have these red pieces. It didn't have the minifigure. Same with, which one was it? Oh, this guy. Yeah, that one didn't have the minifigures, and turned out there was a few pieces missing because I always use a website to do it, because sometimes there's alternative models which you can make on it. This one hasn't got the instructions on it, but it's got like these parts which you can see on there, which aren't part of that build, but they're part of the inventory. So that's why it's important to look at the inventory, not just the instructions. And then I've got this and this. So these generally are ones that don't have boxes. So I'm going to quickly photograph these before the light fails. I don't know. I think it's like 4 o'clock, but it's starting to look a bit... Salford Keys is over there, and that's where the sunset happens. So that's Man United that you can see there. Yeah, not many people have that as a view. So yeah, I think I need to press on with photos. So as well as doing all of this, which is, when you're doing yellow models, it's such a pain in the arse with these yellow models when it gets to the evening. So I've worked on as much as I can. That one I can put together. There's a few more here I can probably do that aren't so yellow. But I've got to get this on soak overnight. So I've got my setup here, and this is the stuff which I haven't even looked at, which I've bought. So I don't even know why I've bought all of this. I think it is mainly vintage. See, I can see there are some really good stuff in here, so this isn't a mistake. I just wasn't so sure how many minifigures there were in it, but I've re-looked at the listing, even though this has been sat on my, like, I could have just looked at the actual Lego that I had, and I realised the reason that I bought it is because it did look like it's got some pirate stuff in it, and it's got some other bits in it. So I've got these 2 bags. It's supposedly 8 kilograms. I've got rid of the, so that's Technics. I've got rid of the box today, and then I've got various instructions there which I'm not sure mean anything, you know, and look, they're falling to pieces. And I've got stuff that isn't Lego. What's that? Nestle. Well, maybe somebody needs that stand. Yeah, I have no clue really what this is. I know that there might be some pirate stuff in there, and then I've got another one here. I think I'm glad that I've like let it rest a bit because it doesn't smell so much now. And there is a decent amount of minifigures in this, so this doesn't look like too much of a fail. Rubbish. Right, so I'm going to wash this so that it's dry in the morning, and then I can start looking at this once I've dealt with all this, because this shouldn't take me too long. all of that Lego now sorted, and I've got loads to go through. That's going to be another video. The rest of this video is just going to be the outcome of what I've got here, which I do need to get listed today. Well, photographed and listed, just to get it out of the way. And yeah, my goal is to try and get as many little sets on the run up to Christmas as possible. And Simon is here because Ziggy is drying off from his wash, but Simon has had his wash and he's all fresh and clean and changed. Oh, Lego. Right, so stuff which I'm listing today. So that you have just seen is the police station. This police station, yeah, I used to fetch a whole lot more. I don't know if I can like try and get more based on the fact that it's like the Christmas market. But I don't know. Everything just feels so sluggish on eBay at the moment. Anyway, that's complete except for like one cone which is in the back of the police van, which isn't patterned, but it, you know, I've put a cone in, it's just not patterned. So happy with that. I'm going to go off with 30 for that. I don't think it's selling for any more than that, even with the box. And then I've got all of this stuff here. Right, so let's start here. I've got this one. I've gone with the stuff that was boxed in instructions first, although a lot of it was built. I've busted it all up and like checked that the inventory was right, and that was exactly the right thing to do because some of it was wrong. Amateurs. So this will probably be like a £10 to £15 set because it's a digger and they never sell for all that much. Even though these are technically vintage. Where does it have the year on there? I think it would just have the year on it, like really obvious. I don't deal with many boxes. Oh, it's there, isn't it? 1992. So yeah, I would expect some of this to fetch a bit more, but it's always a surprise what fetches more. But anyway, that's going to be like a £15. This should be 20 because it's got box. See, this was another one. This was all nicely assembled, and then I thought, and I broke it down and realised the sticker part was on the other side. There was loads of little bits missing. Had the wrong minifigures in it. So it's just, you know, I can only trust myself. And I've got this one. This one's something I have got this listed at the moment, without the box and the instructions. So I'm going to take the one which is listed. Oh, look at that, there's filth in there that needs to sort out. So I'm going to put that on its own because I've had to put a broken fin on the back there, because the ones that I had were intact. I've had to go to something else which I found out was worth 50. So that will go on its own, and then I'll take the other set which I've got listed and put that on with that. Everything's there, is it? Yeah, just broken fin that I've written down. So I'm going to pull that out of my stock and yeah, sort of do a sort of change around. That's actually something that I've just pulled apart from all of that job lot. So that's not actually that wasn't in with all of this job lot. This should be a £20 set, I think. Might be slightly rare, I don't know. It looks like I've got a problem with this here. Minifigure vest. Oh yeah, they're supposed to have these like vests on them. And I've only got ones that are patterned for that. But you know, it is what it is. It's all just lots of stock which is going to hit my shop. This, I don't know what this is called. This should be, I don't know, because I've just been looking this up, and some people have got a tenner and some people have got 30 with the box. So I mean, I suppose I will just go for the 30 mark. Again, I've had to like go through all this because it had the wrong parts on it. So I've sorted that out. It's been more of a faff than I thought it would be. That is a £20 set. No, 15 to 20. Obviously I haven't got the box. Again, probably like 15 because it's a digger, even though it's got the thingy. I don't think it's got the instructions, although I feel like I should have the instructions. I've looked at a few of my instructions. That, even with the instructions, will not sell for much. These are so 10 a penny. I think this may be something that they gave away at the garage, because they're always... I had this like twice with my own Lego. Oh, for Christ's sake. Yeah, so I know that I've got that listed in my shop already, and it doesn't really sell. And I'm sure I've got it with instructions. So I don't expect any more than a £5 for that. So that's one of the oops. This I've got listed as well, another one of this that hasn't sold yet, so I don't think there's going to be any more than tenner. This one's always quite desirable, so I think I can aim for 20 for this, because it's TV, camera crew. That didn't have the minifigure, so I've had to raid my own minifigures. A few little other parts were missing. I thought I didn't have it initially, but I did find it. It's jammed in with some other stuff. This doesn't sell for... This doesn't sell. This is another one of these 10 a penny things. I mean, it doesn't say it's promotional. I've never had the box. So the box might help it. But there's nothing on there that suggests that it was given away with the petrol station. But you see, I would have thought that it was only Shell who gave them away at the petrol station. Anyway, I won't get any more than a £5 for that. I suspect that might also be the case for this, because this is very basic. But I'll try for the 10 to 15 mark. I've still got to do a bit of research on this. This one for some reason doesn't have the instructions. And I've had to substitute one of the parts at the top there. It's supposed to be transparent. But I would hope that I can get around 25 for that. In light of the fact that I've got the box, I'm going to probably print the instructions off with this, because it just feels a bit weird to sell something with the box and no instructions. So I'm probably just going to do a printed version of them. So it is what it is. That wasn't in with all this. It's just something that I've just put together. No stickers. £20 set. And this was a mad surprise. Really surprised with this. So this is Ice Planet. This is like a basic Ice Planet set. So that one will only get around a tenner, 15. I don't know. Sometimes the prices change on this. So obviously I've made up 2 of these. I don't want to get confused, because this is the better model. So I've got the box and I've got the instructions. So I thought, oh, I'll just have a quick look up of this, because I knew I had the spares for it. And then I thought, I think I can possibly do 2 sets, which obviously I could. Sells for £50, 40 to £50. The boxed one, the decent version, which is that, I'm going to put on for 50. And then that I'll put on for 40. I was gobsmacked. The prices have gone up. But that would explain why I'm struggling to find a lot of this Ice Planet. It's a space themed set, but I've been struggling to find the parts for it. So it seems that the prices have gone up. And the hoot of it is that I remember selling this with a load of other stuff, and got £20 for it, and then the person returned it. So joke's on you, Git. I was so annoyed at the time. And then the rest of the stuff I have not assembled. I've got 2 Technics sets here, which I just hate doing Technics. So I'm just going to put myself through it, and I'm going to do the Technics sets. That job lot that I've got there has got lots of Technics there. And I know that I know I've got Technics in it, so I'm gonna make myself sit down and do it, because it does sell well. And then I've got these 2 really glossy things here, which I've sort of left. So these are gonna have to be washed. I've just looked that up. It only sells for £5. I have this feeling that I need these minifigures for something else. I've got half an instruction there. That's for the camera crew. So I may well print the rest of that off and stick it together. I used to sell that really easily for £15, but the market's dropped out of that one as well. It's very odd. Then I've got this here. So this was completely, there's none of this. It's just an empty box. And then this one was an empty box as well, but with the instructions. So I have last night just went through just to check, because this is a very unique wheel axle in that it's spring loaded. So it's got a spring in it. I wasn't sure. I knew I had one. I didn't know I had two. But in some of my job lots, I have recently obviously got another one. I have actually got this listed at the moment without instructions. So £10, not selling, but hopefully boxed. I can get 15. And I should definitely be able to pull that in. I just wanted to check that I had the correct wheels, which I hate doing these. My husband got the pliers out, and genius that he is, sorted them out. I can't believe that they expect children to do it, but you know, I mean, maybe it's just some power that we lose as we get older. So I'm going to put that together, but not now. And then for some reason I've got loads of modern Lego, and I've got loads and loads and loads of modern Lego. Oh, there is something else in there, which is I think that's a helicopter, or yeah, it is. It's a helicopter, but I know that doesn't sell for much. It's a police helicopter. Those pieces shouldn't be there because that's for something else. That's for what I'm dealing with over there, which is actually that. Yeah, so I've got that listed at the moment, not this version of it, which is boxed. I've got that with instructions, which doesn't sell, so that doesn't have instructions. So that's something I'm going to have to pull from my bundle and probably just put them together as two sets with a box and instructions, because it's not selling. And if I can't sell it now, when can I? And then the rest of this is just nonsense. I've just looked that up. So this is probably the lion's share of these modern pieces, as in these, which are the modern pieces, and these, which are just a different shade of grey. I will probably just put in a bundle of stuff, which I just get rid of, because I don't want to have modern Lego mixed in with my vintage Lego. Otherwise it's going to cause carnage when I'm trying to put stuff together. So this is the end of this video. This is what I'm putting on today. I spent £100 on this job lot, which was just a bundle of boxes and Lego, and they said that they were all incomplete, and they were all incomplete. So it's been a bit of a faff. I expect to get £200 back. Obviously that's a good bonus, because, but no, I'm going to double my money. I don't mean I'm going to get £200 back, like, so I'm going to double my money. That's a bonus, because that's 50. You know, that's a £30. I've already put a load of stuff on, and it's Christmas, and I need Lego in my shop, because clothes are rubbish for Christmas. So that's it. I'm going. I'm not coming on camera because my hair is astonishing. It's very, very blonde. Well, actually, I will come on camera. So this is why I wasn't keen on coming on camera. I know it probably doesn't look that bad, but I am so blonde. I'm never keen on the blonde bit. Yesterday when I was walking back from Asda, the bloody Google Street View van drove past. I really hope they weren't recording, because there's going to be this on camera for like 2 years. I don't know. I hope it was just a fluke. Anyway, I thank you for watching. I will upload this. The next video will be more Lego, because obviously this here is what I'm working on. I just need to get this out, all this stuff out the way, and then show you what I'm doing with that, because this is much easier to deal with in terms of resale than that. So I will do a video on that and show you how I'm sorting that and what I'm pulling out of that. So thank you for watching. I'll be back. Sorry I've been so quiet, but Lego is very, very time consuming, but profitable. Okay, Simon Frog signing off. Dinosaurs are cool.